Hello, I'm Barbara Evans and I'm Dean of the Faculty of Graduate Studies here at UBC, and I'd like to add my welcome to this year's annual Killam celebration. The Killam Fellowships are awarded to the most distinguished researchers at the doctoral, postdoctoral and faculty levels. And the recipients are selected as a result of a very intensive competition across UBC that is designed to choose the very best from the best. Simply reading their applications is inspiring. This year we're welcoming 10 new faculty research fellows, 11 new doctoral fellows with 18 renewing doctoral fellows and 5 renewing postdoctoral fellows. It's really important to recognise that the receipt of these Killam fellowships is simply life-changing for the recipients. It allows them to continue their research in the most productive way with the best possible outcomes, thus fulfilling the wishes of the Killam Trusts. Today we'll be meeting 4 of this year's recipients, and they'll tell us about their diverse research experiences and their life here at UBC.
My name is Ian Hewitt and I'm a postdoctoral fellow in the math department. I just arrived in Vancouver this year. I came from Oxford where I was doing a PhD. I live at Green College here on campus at UBC, which is a fantastic place with really lovely people and amazing scenery. I also love music, particularly playing the piano and singing. The way that music works fits in with how my mind works as a mathematician, I think. There's a certain order to it. When you play a chord that sounds right, it sounds right, and it's the same with math. When you get it right, you know that it's right. My interests involve a lot of running and hiking, and that inspires me in my work, particularly because I'm fascinated by the way that the world works. My research focus is in constructing fluid mechanical models for physical systems, particularly geophysics. And I construct the models and then make analytical and numerical solutions of those. For example, we made a mathematical model of skipping stones, as you do at the beach, in order to predict why a stone skips. And we compared that with an analogue experiment, which we built of an artificial stone bouncing on a stream. Another model is for the water flowing underneath ice sheets in Greenland and Antarctica. As the ice melts, it produces water, and the water has to be evacuated from under the ice. So we construct models of that, which are supposed to help predict how ice sheets will behave in the future. I hope to contribute to the global science community's knowledge of the way that the Earth works, and in doing that to help us predict better what's going to happen in the future and therefore alter the way that we behave. Winning a Killam Fellowship is an affirmation of the work that I've already done and an encouragement to continue in that, and for that I'm very grateful.
I've lived in Vancouver for over 15 years and I've played Ultimate at UBC, so I've been to UBC dozens of times, and when I came out here to study I just found the campus just extremely beautiful. The view of the ocean and all the natural beauty, the mountains in the background, it's great to just take your paper that you're reading and just sit outside, and it's an amazing place. Prior to going back to school to do economics, I was working as an engineer. I studied a lot how things work, and I became interested in thinking more about how people work. My research is in the area of microeconomics. Particularly, I'm interested in behavioral economics. With my research, I'd like to be able to come up with new models that more accurately describe how people make decisions, and hopefully by understanding how people make decisions, we can think about how this would affect things in a macro sense, like housing markets or stock market bubbles. I'm very interested in trying new things. That's probably my biggest passion. So I tend to play a lot of sports. I've played soccer ever since I was a little kid. Just trying new things, you get to observe a lot of different behaviors. I think the biggest thing for me for winning the Killam Fellowship is giving me confidence that I can succeed in this.
My wife Rubaya is also a PhD student in the same department, and yeah, we live in campus, and yeah, we love being on campus, and together we are enjoying our time here. I'm Tarek Islam and I'm a second-year PhD student in electrical and computer engineering. My research interests lie in the broad area of wireless communication theory, and I like this field because of its mathematical nature. I view that the research outcomes in this field depends how effectively we can combine different mathematical tricks and techniques. And the focus of my research is cooperative communications. It's a hot branch of wireless communication research right now. Cooperative communication systems employ relays that assist the transmitter for reliable signal transmission to the destination. Relays can effectively replace the power-hungry base stations. At the same time, they can enhance the network coverage. It has lots of potential for high data rate multimedia applications like video transmission and like mobile digital TV. I always like meeting new people. I want to be involved in community outreach, and that's why I always take up any volunteering opportunities I get. I've been serving as the Vice President of Bangladeshi Students Association of UBC. I organized frequent cultural programs so that we do not miss our country too often, and at the same time we have some fun. Winning major awards boosts your credentials for future academic or industry career. It gives me the self-belief that I can compete in the broad arena, and it's key for future success and motivation.
Vancouver and UBC are absolutely beautiful, absolutely stunning. There are so many flowers here. I'm not used to it coming from Calgary, where it's a lot colder and a lot drier. My name is Diana Lim, and I am in the graduate program in neuroscience here at UBC. My research focuses on recovery after stroke, and so specifically I'm looking at the changes that go on within the brain circuitry in the acute and chronic post-stroke period. If we can discover what's going on within that time period, then we can further our knowledge about stroke and the changes that go on, and also eventually lead to improved recovery after stroke. One of the things that I really love is to go bouldering, and there happens to be a bouldering cave on campus where I spend a lot of my time. It is a very individual sport. It's all about your own body and what you can accomplish with it. It is a big problem-solving game, trying to figure out different ways to get around a corner. That's very similar in science. You know, it doesn't always work the first time, so you need to be persistent and just keep going, try different things, and eventually you'll get around that corner. So one of the great things about the Killam Fellowship is that it comes with a travel allowance, and that travel allowance will allow me to go to conferences or go to workshops. I am going to San Diego later this year for the Society for Neuroscience annual meeting. We're talking about 30,000 neuroscientists in one conference center. Winning the Killam Fellowship has given me the freedom to relax this year and not have to worry so much about applying for other scholarships or looking at financial things. But also just the prestige of winning the Killam Award, it's really special.